This assembly video applies to both 38-inch and 42-inch models of the Brinly Box Scraper. In this video, we will be assembling the Brinly 38-inch box scraper model BS381. Note, the Brinly Box Scraper requires a sleeve hitch to operate. The sleeve hitch is not included but can be purchased through your tractor manufacturer. Tools required for assembly: 1 9/16" wrench, 2 3/4" wrenches or wrench and sockets, slip joint pliers, a hammer, a level, and gloves. Note, the illustrations on page 4 in your manual are to scale. For faster identification of parts during assembly, use the hardware identifier on page 4. Assembly Step 1. Align the 2 holes in the top of the blade mount plate with the 2 holes in the top center of the blade. Then, from the inner curve of the blade, run 2 3/8" by 1" carriage bolts through the blade, and on the back of the mount plate add a 3/8" flat washer, a 3/8" lock washer, and secure both loosely with 3/8" hex nuts. Note, do not fully tighten yet. Step 2. Attaching the weight mount brackets. Line the holes in the angled end of the mount brackets up with the lower center holes in the blade and run 2 3/8" by 1 1/4" carriage bolts through the inner curve of the blade and the mount brackets, and add a 3/8" lock washer and secure loosely with a 3/8" hex nut. Note, do not fully tighten yet. Step 3. Attaching the weight support bracket. Align the support bracket to the bottom of the weight mount brackets as shown and run 2 3/8" by 1" carriage bolts through both brackets and the bottom support bracket. Secure each of the bolts from below with a 3/8" lock washer and a 3/8" hex nut. And then go back and tighten all of the hardware securely from Step 1 through Step 3. Step 4. Attaching the hitch assembly to the drawbar. Align the holes in the sides of the hitch assembly with the holes in the end of the drawbar. Then add a flat washer to 2 1/2" by 1 1/4" hex bolts and run the bolts through the hitch assembly and the drawbar. Then, on the other side of the drawbar, add a lock washer and nut to the end of each bolt. Then run 2 1/2" by 1 1/4" hex bolts through the remaining 2 holes in the drawbar and hitch assembly, and from the inside of the drawbar to the end of each bolt, add a lock washer and a nut. Make sure the ends of the hitch assembly are parallel with the drawbar as shown, and secure in place with a 3/4" wrench and socket. Then, flip the drawbar over for the next step. Step 5A. Adding the drawbar to the blade mount post. With the drawbar facing away from the blade, add the drawbar to the blade mount post by sliding the post through the largest back hole in the drawbar assembly. Note, you may need to tap the hitch assembly with a hammer in order to slide it all the way down the blade mount post. Then slide a large flat washer onto the post on top of the drawbar and secure in place by sliding the 7/16" by 2 3/8" shear pin through the round holes at the end of the lever and post. Secure the shear pin in place with the 1/8" cotter pin. Note, bend the ends of the cotter pin to secure the shear pin in place. Then slide the handle grip onto the end of the angling lever. Step 5B. Now insert the 3/8" by 2 1/2" carriage bolt through the remaining 2 square holes in the back of the angling lever and secure in place with a 3/8" hex lock nut. Note, Tighten the lock nut just enough to remove any looseness in the angling lever. It must be free enough to move up and down without binding. Without attaching the sides, your Brinly Box Scraper could be used as a rear blade. Step 6. Attaching the side plates. Align the holes in the side plate up with the holes in the side of the blade, and from the inner corner attach the side plate by running two 3/8 inch by 1 inch carriage bolts through the blade and through the side plate. Then to the end of both bolts add a flat washer, a lock washer, and loosely add a hex nut. Do not fully tighten yet. Repeat this step attaching the second side plate on the other side of the blade, from the inside of the blade passing two 3/8 inch by 1 inch carriage bolts through the blade and the side plate, adding a flat washer, a lock washer, and a hex nut to each bolt, but not fully tightening just yet. Step 7. Attaching the Scarifier bar. Align the Scarifier bar assembly with the teeth pointing downwards and facing forward. Slide the bar ends through the slots of the side plate as shown. Secure in place by installing the click pins through the holes on the end of the Scarifier bar. And then secure the side plates by tightening all of the hardware from step 6. Congratulations, your Brinly Box Scraper assembly is complete. Attach the box scraper to your sleeve hitch using the hitch pin included with your sleeve hitch, which can be purchased through your tractor manufacturer. Note, the stabilizer bolts on the hitch need to be tightened against the yoke on the box scraper to prevent any side sway. A concrete block can be added to the weight tray and secured using tie downs. After attaching the box scraper to your sleeve hitch, lower the box scraper and check to make sure it's level. Place a level on top of the drawbar hitch assembly until the drawbar is level. If not, loosen the four 3/8 inch carriage bolts holding the box scraper to the post to adjust as necessary and retighten the hardware. The operating depth of the box scraper needs to be set now. Make sure the tractor hitch is free to allow the box scraper to go below ground level, but still maintaining a 5-inch transport height with the hitch raised. Note, this piece may also be used as a rear blade. To use the blade with the tractor in reverse gear, raise the angling lever, rotate the blade 180 degrees, and lock into the desired position by flipping the angling lever. Left and right 30-degree angles are also obtained by lifting the angling lever, rotating the blade, and then lowering the angling lever into the locking hole. For questions, call Brinly Customer Service at 877-728-8224. Brinly, making things better since 1839.